Good round, guys. What a fun game. It's like you just want and die. I keep the boss nice, man. I don't spare this cow, so you can go suck my dick for the card.
Well now, apparently you can't even use the Barrett 50 cal before you're getting called out. So, what up though, Steve here, and to the face. So, before I got up this morning, I didn't really know what I was gonna do a little commentary about. I'm trying to keep you guys with the commentary flow and the other videos. But then I like yesterday I was listening to a podcast because I realized that podcast is like one of my favorite things to like listen to whenever you're on the subway or wherever. This is probably something that a lot of people do, but I found like a new podcast that was on the Swedish top list. It was about it's called the Creepy Podcast, and it was basically the creepy pasta, which I haven't really got into contact with myself. And also I just want to say that sniping on shipment is hard mode, and it is really hard. I have another gameplay after this, but that was really short, so I wanted to add a little bonus shipment clip. But it's like, so creepypasta, I didn't really know what it was, but it's kind of like an interesting. It's basically like stories that, internet horror stories, and it could be kind of like urban, because it's like, it could be some influences of urban legends and stuff, and I think it's pretty cool because it's like the first time that I've actually been kind of freaked out in a really long time, because I don't really get super scared anymore. When I was younger, I was really like easily scared, and what I was mostly scared about was getting abducted by aliens, which I still am kind of worried that it's gonna happen, but not really super worried. It's weird, I know. Maybe someone is like laughing at me, but I took part of this podcast, and then I had before, like, some of my friends that told me that I should go read up on like Reddit, because there's a bunch of these scary stories, and so far the stuff that I've listened to is just really cool and interesting. And I remember the really, like, one of the one things that made me really scared, like way back when, was a movie called The Others, and I think it's with Nicole Kidman, and they're in a big house. I'm not gonna spoil it for anyone if you want to watch it, but that one was, I was very young when I watched that. It was like, it was the right amount like of scary, because they didn't show like the monster, or like they didn't show the scary thing. It's not a monster. Spoiler, I can't say, but well, you need to go watch it if you haven't. It's pretty good. And I got a little like worried when I was watching that, but that's probably one of the things that made me kind of like freaked out. And then there's this thing called Marble Hornets. I think I may have talked about this before, and Marble Hornets was like basically the found footage kind of like scary thing, because that was like a guy who pretended that he found like this old videotapes. It was so old that like videotapes was actually still like a thing. I don't think anyone really uses videotapes to record like videos and stuff now. I think most people have the digital like SD cards when they're recording something. But that one, if you haven't watched it, it's more about this like Slender Man kind of thing, and it is pretty freaky. And I think there's also like a new one that I haven't dared watch like yet, because I always think about it when it's like evening, and it was called the tulpa effect, which is like, oh, I almost get like a little shiver down my spine when I even think about it. So like the tulpa effect is like described as if I think it's also like something in Supernatural, which is a show that I watched a lot way back when. It's like when enough people think about something, it becomes real. And just the thought about that is like terrifying. And it was about like a guy thinking about Slender Man too much. And I haven't seen it, but I read on Kotaku about it. It was like, and obviously, the thing, there's like a YouTube series as well. Yeah, I think you can search on the Tulpa effect, you can find that. And if you search for Marble Hornets, you will find that too. Just a heads up, it is freaky. Like all my friends who are the exact same age as me that have watched it are like, this is the scariest thing that you can probably watch, because it has this like near kind of close feeling to it. So I would recommend watching it if you're into that. If you're not into getting scared, you should probably not watch it, because it might freak you out like kind of like a lot. So as you can tell in the gameplay behind, which is totally not scary, we're just wrecking this team on Crash, and I'm using the Juggernaut because I wanted to try it out, to see if you actually need stopping power. And in this game, sometimes when you hit your shots, you kind of don't need it, which is like pretty ridiculous how fast you actually kill in this game. So it will be cool to hear what you guys kind of get scared of in the comments, and if you haven't watched this, the stuff that I've been talking about, and also if you have any like cool ideas for these internet kind of like scary stories, I would love to read some of you guys like thoughts. I've always, if someone reads something about being abducted by aliens and stuff, I will be super freaked out, because I still remember this one time when me and my friend had walked, we were seeing a movie, and it was like late in the evening in Piteå, and it was like super dark because it's in the winter, and we're walking home, and all of a sudden we look up in the sky and we see like this bright little light just like disappearing like further up in the sky, and it was not going in a straight line, so it didn't look like, you know, like a tiny little meteor or anything. It was like a light. And we looked at each other like, did you see that? I was like, yeah, I saw it. Did you see that? It's like, yeah. And I still sometimes think about like, what the fuck was that? And we went home and like locked all the doors. We were gonna watch another movie, and I was like, let's just lock the balcony door as well, even though I lived on like the third floor, because I didn't want anything to come through the balcony door. And now I'm looking over my shoulder. Thank God it's bright outside. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the commentary. Make sure you watch another video, and I'll see you guys really soon. Boo!